Well, this morning I'm going to be processing some of this brass for your 30 carbine, and I've got 3-hole trays here that I have ran through the press, and we've resized everything along with de-primed it. So I took the old primer out, and then I've run it through my wet tumbler with the steel media pins that pretty much cleans out the entire insides and also cleans out that primer pocket. So that's a pretty important step when you're trying to have accuracy and ensure that what you're reloading is done properly. And so I wanted to show you this little tool I picked up, and it's from the shooter's box, and it's for 30 carbine. And what this is it is a length and headspace gauge. So it will determine if everything you've resized is set to a factory setting. And it comes with this literature to help kind of, simplify how to read the gauge and all of that. And so pretty much if you have those notches on the top, so the upper top step is for the maximum headspace, and then the lowest and the middle shows pretty much the lowest or the shortest trim length, and then the middle shows your maximum case length. So what we do with that is we take our brass at this stage in the process, and you just drop it in, and if it fits in there like it does right here, then everything has been sized and is pretty much ready for the next process. So the headspace is not past the gauge. From the lowest to the middle is the length. So the length is right on that. I mean, it is flush. So it is pretty much at our maximum length. And that just happens when you fire it before. But this one doesn't need to be trimmed because it's not past that. So if it was poking up, a 64th or a 32nd past that, I'd have to run that through the trimmer and trim some of that brass off, pretty much of this side right here. So, and I've got this other tool that fits into this press, and you set this in there, you push it up into it, and you can trim it from the top. Makes it a little bit easier. So so the next step for this process, once I check all of this through the gauge, will be to install new primers in the primer pocket.